All right, hot pot. My memories of hot pot, there are two parts. One is usually doing family gathering, Chinese New Year. My grandfather and my uncle, by the third day or the fourth day of Chinese New Year, they're tired of cooking. Hot pot is usually an easy solution. The other kind is my mom, because she is a working professional, raising two twin sisters. From time to time, she'll buy a bunch of different type of dumpling that we have in Taiwan, vegetables and meat, and then boom, that's a meal. And we enjoy it a lot as well because we get to choose what you like. When we first went overseas to study, me and my sister, we prepare our first hot pot. I have no idea how to do it. I remember just pouring water and then there was no dipping sauce. I have no idea how to put together a dipping sauce. Slowly, I dissected, understood, okay, a great hot pot experience, you have to nail down a few components, which I'm going to show you, so you don't have to repeat my mistake. To prepare a hot pot, there are three parts to it. Part one is to prepare a simple homemade broth. And actually this broth, I make it all the time for any dish I want to flavor. Because as opposed to just plain water, it's great if you always have a stock on the side to elevate your dish. So this is a simple pork bone broth. I just buy pork soup bone at the supermarket, both big pieces and also some of the smaller pieces. The first step I will do is to remove the impurities, right? The way we do it, very simple. Add all the bones into the cold water. And then I'm just gonna bring it to boil for 5 minutes and then wash off all the impurities and then reuse the bone. Then wash this off. I refill the pot with clean water. Just gonna put in onion, ginger, some green onion, and then a little bit of wine. I find it gives a more clean taste. It actually will make it lighter and more refreshing. And then I'm just gonna let it simmer for 3 hours. So we've done the stock. Now I'm going to show you a dipping sauce. So dipping sauce, what I like to do is family style. I think that's what I find usually is the most democratic. And people like, to make their own kind of flavor. But I will also show you how I will make it. So in case you want to try Louise's way. For basic ingredients wise, we always have green onion, garlic, cilantro, red chili if people want a little bit spicy. So this is in terms of fresh aromatics. I always prepare those. In terms of other sauces, basic. At home you should have your soy sauce, sesame oil, as well as black vinegar. Some extra things that it will make it more fun is chili oil, sesame paste if we want to make it into a creamy sesame peanut kind of sauce. And today I want to introduce you to a special sauce that's only available in Taiwan. It's called the sa cha jiang. They say it came from the Southeast Asia satay sauce. Inside it's basically a blend of different fish, almost like a brown sugar-ish kind of texture, and mixed in oil. This is my democratic hot pot ingredients platter. And I'm going to show you a version of my favorite. So a little soy sauce always helps. With some vinegar. This combination is experience, right? How much I like in terms of each of the components. So you should experiment as well. But usually these are a good combination that will complement each other. And then I'm going to do something controversial. That's always what I do when I was growing up. So this is my basic. I'll put a raw egg and then I will mix them together, and then this is my dipping sauce. Definitely adds a silkiness, a smoothness to whatever you're eating. I feel like this is very luxurious when you put an egg inside. It's not just a regular dipping sauce. The last part is prepare the ingredients for the hot pot. And I like to break it down to 4 parts. We always start with like a variety of vegetables that the family like to eat. So here I have Chinese cabbage, different type of mushroom. I have some daikon, corn, and then we really like tong hao. We move on to the protein. You can do different proteins, beef, pork, chicken. This is a pork collar, and this is a pork belly. There's a question about how long you can keep the meat outside. My go-to is always leave it in the fridge until you're ready to use it. So take it out right before you use it, and then if you're done eating, put it back. Or let's say the hot pot is very drawn out. When you look at the watch, it's 2 hours later. I will say just go ahead and cook in the broth and then store it. So don't keep meat that's out for more than 2 hours and put it back to the fridge. Seafood is also the same. Particularly today, I didn't prepare seafood. I tend to not like to mix seafood hot pot with meat hot pot. So we have our vegetable, we have our protein, then we will have our starch. Starch, you can do all kinds of starch. Here I like to use dongfen. This you have to soak before we use it. Here I have udon as well. Kids really like udon. Kids also love instant noodle, so you can put instant noodle as well. The last part then is to your liking. And this is, I think, more Japanese style. I just see I like it, so I want to put it into my hot pot. But usually I think about the first three first. What is my vegetable? What is my protein? What is my starch? That settled, then I add on stuff that I think the rest of the family will enjoy.
And there you have it, my 3-step process to keeping hot pot simple. This method is especially helpful when the season gets busy like Chinese New Year, or if it's your first time being tasked to organize a reunion dinner for the family.
Okay, I'm going to try the special sauce that I made yesterday. Sata and egg. And eat it.
新年快乐 and happy cooking!